That's a crazy remix by Leon Thomas. With Leon Thomas. My wife started listening to that. Say you a mutt.
Congratulations. Well done.
Hey, yo, calm down. Yo, check it up. Let me do this thing right, man. Hey, shout out to everybody getting on, lining up with me. I appreciate you guys taking the time to check me out today. It's your boy. This is Real Estate Lunchbox. Of course, where we talk about real estate, but we also talk about the culture too, you know? So this is where the culture and real estate meet. And man, thanks for joining me on your lunchtime, because it's a lunchtime show. And that's what I do. And if you don't catch me live, you're going to catch me on a replay. It's all good. That's your boy. But we do talk about topics, stuff that I think is funny as heck, or just close to being funny. You tell me. I'm throwing up the chat. You're welcome to jump in the chat. Shout out where you from, all that good stuff. Yo, man, check this out. I'm about to pin in this. I'm going to pin in the Patreon. And I got a couple things, man. I'm going to show you that we doing over in the Patreon. That's really, really cool. Really, really dope. Really dope, my homie. Real dope. Oh, no. Real dope. Yo, check this out. So I can't sit back and not talk about this WNBA. Ooh. From your boy, I grew up playing basketball. All we did was play basketball on the park in Philly, you know, West Philadelphia, born and raised, you know, dude. Let me tell you, I don't know what the hell's going on, and I don't want to get in anybody's shit. Actually, I do like to get in y'all stuff, and I'm gonna try my best not to cuss on this. Yo, Royce, when he jumped up and said he's jumping in the WNBA, I knew some shit was up.
Oh, earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. Well, I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable.
What would stop you from declaring for the WNBA draft?
I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association, but you know, hey, that'd be probably too much like right. So,
and unless they do that, you're very certain you're going to be declaring, right?
Oh no, I'm declaring. Yeah, no, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I'm a black, I'm a young black, hopefully United States senator. That would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman athlete.
If you make it to the WNBA, you plan to use the women's locker room and all that with them?
I mean, of course. I mean, I don't want to be discriminated against. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't I use the women's locker room?
Is there any player in the WNBA that you think could match up well with you?
No.
No.
Maybe
Royce White. Major troll. This is like just major troll, bro. He just trolling. Come on, man. He running to be a senator. If you're going to be a senator, we know you're not going to be dribbling the ball up and down a basketball court. You're not going to be putting your life in danger like that. You're supposed to be out there making government rules. But you know he can't help but troll. I would troll also. I really would, because I just think this is the most stupid thing that could possibly happen. And I wish, as a father that has two daughters, I wish they'll get this whole situation straight. They'll make it clear down the line. If you were born a male, you should not be in women's sports. I don't care how you feel. If you were born a woman, stay the hell out of male sports. Go do your thing. And they shouldn't be bashing the WNBA. Women need a thing to do. It's like basket weaving. Come on, man. Why you want to be concerned with what the women did in the village? If they were sewing quilts and making shirts, let them do what they do. If they want to compete and doing arrows, let them do what they do. They not getting in the way. That's it. Until they start getting in the way. That's when we really should say something.
Enos, maybe me and Enos should play on the same team.
Do a good job here. I have challenged the WNBA, which says some of their coaches have been saying that men who identify as women should be eligible to play in the league. Okay, now there's a French superstar, 21 points she's averaging, and by she I mean he, 20 rebounds a game. Okay, I want to do two things. One, I want to have a boys high school team versus the WNBA Las Vegas Aces. I'll put $10 million on the line. The boys are going to win. We're going to put it on pay-per-view. We're going to make a lot of money for charity. Secondly, Jesse, I am putting in an application to get a WNBA franchise for my home, Nashville. It's going to be the most inclusive team that has ever existed. Only trans, only men who identify as women on the team. Our motto, one love, two balls. The Nashville Balls. We are going to be the greatest women's basketball team starring men of all time.
I don't care what people have to say about this. Listen, I know some people hate it. Some people don't like talking about it. I think it is really stupid. But somewhere down the line, we do have people that believe that women should have enough rights to that is sexy. That is sexy, I would say. That I don't even think they think it's sexy. They really just think that if you just identify as a woman, come on in, is a big umbrella. And I mean, if you want to do that injustice to your sex, you can. But I just know men. I just know men, and I just know that men can be very deceiving. Men can be very strong and wise also, but at the same time, very deceiving. And you do have, not every man is a good man, bro. Come on now. We got to know that. To be able to get in a locker room with a woman, some of them, that would be their dream. That would be their dream. That would be the highlight of their career. Bro, I got in a locker room with some women. Bro, they done turned me out. Oh, no. Ooh. Come on, man. We got to say when it's stupid in the culture. When it's stupid in the culture, it's stupid. Just call it stupid. And it's okay. It's okay. Because I equally believe, and I've seen there are trans people who have made comments about this saying y'all don't agree with that. And then you do also believe at the same time that, you know, whatever you got going on is that's their privacy. Man, at the end of the day, bro, they just need to just wrap it up. It's not flying anywhere, Democratic Party. It's not flying anywhere, Democrats. It's not flying anywhere, Democrats is not. And I said I'm staying out of politics, but damn, it's not flying anywhere. It's not going to go nowhere. Yeah, yo, check it out, guys. Hey, man, the Patreon to the Wealthy Gods Patreon is pinned to the top. Check it out. That's where I divulge everything when it comes to content creation, when it comes to real estate, how I do real estate, what I love about it. 26 in the real estate, 20 years in the real estate business, 20 years married. Damn, this year is going to be a banging year. Oh, no. And my birthday tomorrow, baby. For real, for real. That's my New Year's. That's my New Year's. I don't know if any of y'all don't really recognize that. For me, birthday is a new year. I got it from a slime bucket that I used to hang with. This dude was a slime bucket. Probably still is. But he did say something that was really good. He said, man, I looked at this year, every year of my birthday as a new year, like a new season, a new beginning. When I started doing that about 2 to 3 years ago after I got the slime bucket out of my life, wasn't a good friend. I really did see that. That's true. A broken clock can be right at least once, okay? It can be right at least once. But it's cool. And that's my birthday. Boy. But check this out. So I'm out looking at a real estate property, and I stumble on a friend of mine that I knew, had seen him in a couple other real estate meetings. I'm not advocating or selling real estate meetings. This is in East Point, Atlanta. And I said, bro, I got to pull out the camera and share this. And he said, it's cool. So I'm going to take a small piece of it from out of my Patreon post where we talk about the numbers in this deal and why I believe Pad Split is just it right now. If you're a realtor, if you're a real estate investor, you're trying to get into that portfolio or you're leading somebody in a portfolio, Pad Split is the way. I'm not a fan of single family homes, but I know some people are already stuck with those things. So check it out. This is a project he's doing.
All right. I'm gonna go in just a minute. My name's Leon. I'm gonna just walk through it. Wow.
So give you some perspective. This place was on a record as a 900 square foot place. When he got into it with his partners, they looked at it. It's not 900. It's well into, like you see right here, probably about 1,600 square feet. Good for him. But that means also you got to restructure everything around on the inside, down to the studs. Once you get down to the studs, you gotta do the floors, you gotta do all those great things. But I think the awesome part about it is you get to make the house more modern when you do this, okay? And I've done projects down to the studs, and hell, it just depends, man. When you start pulling those things out, you find all these scary things behind here.
This is wild. Wow.
All the way to that back wall.
Yeah.
Living, dining, kitchen.
Open floor plan, living, dining, kitchen.
Right.
So taking it from a 2-1, studied it to a 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2.
So gonna make it 4-2.
Bedroom 1.
Bedroom 1.
Bedroom 2.
Bedroom 2.
Okay. Right here.
This is the thing making money right now. This is the thing I'm telling people that's making money. This is.
Community bath.
Community bath. Okay.
Community bath right here. Okay. Right here in this area. All this here is open for you. Open for you.
Yeah. Then it takes. Then you go right upstairs.
Right.
Open. Okay.
Right. Over here gonna be your your hot water heater. Hot water heater. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Furnace.
Like all of that.
Yeah.
That stays right there, right? So all this, like I said, open for you, right? Open for you.
Open for you.
Right here. The wall it is gonna be like a little office nook. Office nook area. They come in. All this gonna be walled.
Yeah.
All this gonna be walled.
All this wall.
Right. So they come in over here. They can come in over here, door here, going into the little office space, little office nook. All the way back there, master closet.
Master closet.
Right. Room over there, master bedroom.
Yeah.
Master bedroom up there. Okay. Got a master bed here. This hall. Gonna drop this. This is our master bath.
Wow. Wow.
right.
So to have an entrance right here to the master bath.
Yeah.
And then an entrance right here to the master bath.
No, this gonna be closed off.
Okay. This is gonna be closed off.
Right.
Okay.
The entrance is gonna be there.
Right there to the master bath. Oh, because that used to be the stuff. Okay, right. And then you got the the bedroom. Okay, woo, man, that's gonna be sweet.
Hey, we're gonna play.
That's sweet. And it like you walk through the foyer, then the master's all the way in the back there.
All the way.
Wow.
So over here, we're gonna have a half bath. Okay, so we have to,
So the impressive thing right now, I'm telling people, man, if you can build right about now. Let me take this fast forward just a little bit.
bedrooms on the main, right?
Yeah.
Come upstairs, because we was gonna create the fourth down there, but I walked up here like, oh no, here it is.
Oh heck yeah! This is heck yeah.
Here it is. Here it is right here. So here's
So imagine pad split downstairs. You got 3 rooms. You got 1 room upstairs. Great spacing. You're talking at least about $1,000 a room. You're not even. We're not even getting to the backyard. The backyard, you can do another bungalow. The point that I'm making is real estate isn't dead. Don't let these people tell you. We're thinking different about how we do deals, and some deals just don't make sense anymore. So you got to remember that. Don't let people tell you real estate is really about where you're at. In your local market, in your local area, there is something going on. You just don't know about it, okay? There is always a way to make money. Always remember, when there's fear and anxiety, there's money. Money is not when there's calm and peace. Money's made when it's fear and anxiety, because a lot of people jump out of it, and then people like him, like my boy right here, we touring the house. Bro, he got this simply because he got this 150K. East Point, Atlanta. East Point, right outside of Atlanta. So you got to realize people aren't getting into getting anything. And while they're afraid, you should be ready to go. This is when you really should start gearing up, in my opinion. And I'm not saying this to sell you a product or nothing. I have the Patreon. You're welcome to jump into Patreon. I'm always dropping wholesaling stuff in there, content creation stuff in there, how to leverage and move both of those pieces. But it's still going to come down to this. If you're going to be afraid in this market, you're not going to make any money, bro. They want you. I kind of believe they want us to be afraid. They want the average person to feel, who's new to this type of stuff, to be afraid. They want you to get lost in all this guru nonsense that's out here, that's flash. You can learn to do a lot of this stuff off of YouTube. There's a lot of great YouTube content out here. I just put my Patreon together as a community of people who already do it or are looking to do it. I don't want any extra money from you. I'm not teaching you none of that extra stuff. Everything I post in the Patreon and the live streams that we do, it's the live streams that we do, and it's all going to be about stuff like this. This is all the stuff that I do, okay? This is what I enjoy doing. I'm probably going to expand into Florida market. Florida's market is crashing. It's going crazy. It's gonna go bad. It's going to go from bad to worse, okay? That's my opinion. Some people don't want to listen, but I'm going to tell you, this is it. This is the stuff when they've been telling you, oh, get into real estate, get in real estate. It was so early because they wanted you to get into it, but this is something different. Florida market's going in a different direction. Florida market, I've been looking at properties in Florida market, and I've seen them drop 45, 55. I've seen 65,000, 100,000, 15, 20,000. That adjustment tells me that everything is going to be going back to where buyers will be able to buy.
Governor DeSantis in the state of Florida passes $250,000 homestead exemption that could erase property tax as Americans continue to flee high-tax blue states for lower-tax destination. Florida lawmakers have just passed what supporters describe as a major win for economic freedom, moving to provide long-term property tax relief for residents. The Florida legislature has cleared a historic DeSantis-backed constitutional amendment for the November 2026 general election ballot that could eliminate non-school property taxes for many homeowners through a proposed $250,000 homestead exemption. Rob, is this it?
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Would be taxed on $500,000 of value. Making the change would require an amendment to the state's constitution approved by 60% of voters. Now, Florida isn't the only state considering changes. Others considering property tax cuts or even eliminations include Colorado, Georgia, Kansas, Montana, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Now, according to the Tax Foundation, home values have risen 27% faster than inflation since 2020. That's where those high taxes come from. But many local elected officials oppose any change. Orange County Mayor Jerry Deming saying this: I support meaningful tax relief for residents, but the governor's proposal could significantly reduce the local funding that supports essential services like public safety, fire and rescue.
So check this out. The biggest beneficiary may be families and retirees looking to establish permanent residency and maximize long-term savings, said the Corcoran Group Mike Duckin. Agreed.
So you notice one thing. If the Democratic mayor can't line up with the Republican governor, we will always suffer when it comes to real estate and home ownership in that place. You will have these things always going back and forth because there's enough external forces that are out there adjusting the market that we don't need human conflict to make it harder for people to buy houses, to rent homes, to get into that space, to buy land. They got to work together, y'all. So you can't just have all blue, and you can't just have all red and expect your market just to thrive, because you need that capitalism approach, and you also need an approach for the people too. You need to be respectful of the environment, things like that, because you just don't want to build. You want families to be able to live there for generations. So it's got to be a balance.
Tom, your thoughts on this? How big of a deal is this? Especially middle America.
This is a huge deal for retired people that are already in Florida, that have seen Medicare not keep up with the costs that they need, and having to buy a Medicare Advantage, Part D, to supplement their Medicare and the drugs they may be taking, thyroid medication, diabetes medications, things like that. They get hit with inflation, and they're on fixed income, right? So now the governor says, hey, there are two parts to your property tax. One part is general fund, and the other part, it'll say schools. What he's saying is the part of your property tax that's for schools and public infrastructure is not affected. But I'm willing to lower your property tax on the other side, because we as a state, through sales tax and other things, are making the funds, and we're being more efficient with the dollars we do get.
So Florida needs this to happen, because Florida's market is dropping really fast. Even though you got people that are coming and moving to Florida, you still got to realize too, that you got people that have lost their jobs. It's been a lot of shift that's taking place in their market. We are seeing it already in Georgia. Georgia's experiencing something very similar, not as hard as Florida because Florida has very high insurance, very high insurance rates that you got to pay there. So when you balance those high insurance rates with your monthly, your property tax, you're going to have those issues that take place in Florida. Okay. But fortunately for places like Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, they don't have that much of an issue. But I kind of believe that Florida's going to probably get some of the best influx of people with money in over the next 2 to 3 years, in my opinion. I think it's just gonna be like that, you know. Man, check it out. That's my piece. Oh no! I like to bring y'all up to peace on the business. Man. I'm gonna get some of this. Boy, we're about 20 minutes in on this. So, let's talk about Atlanta's celebrity class status. Let's go.
It's 2024, and folks that's living in Atlanta still confused about why everybody in the city think they're a celebrity, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I'm from Atlanta, so I can't speak too much to folks who moved here, but I'm going to tell you about the folks who actually from here. One, you must understand that there's two games always at play. That's access and motion. In Atlanta, a lot of the things that are accessible to celebrities are also accessible to you. You might get your hair done by the same person who do woo-de-woo hair. And if you're from here, you might have went to high school with so-and-so. You eat in the same restaurant at these folks. You might have a section next to them. Your partner shoot for them every now and then. Like, now I don't know the psychology behind that, but all I got to say is that level of proximity to people who are celebrity, let's keep it a band. Come on. On top of that, if you've been here long enough, you know the bartenders that run this spot. You know the owner of so-and-so. Like, the access is there. The last one is motion, which means that if you're doing something fire in your own right, you do have a level of respect and status from the people around you. That's just 100. So instead of hating and getting mad, get some motion. Build relationships so you can also have access. Because I promise, once you get it, you won't be on here on TikTok complaining about it.
Yeah, you won't be, honestly. 20 years in the real estate business, man. I met a bunch of people throughout the city of Atlanta. Learned a lot about Atlanta, so I know the good, the bad, and the ugly, my homie. Oh no! And I'm saying, at the end of the day, you want motion. Do your own thing. When you do your own thing, you're gonna attract people to you. When you don't, and you sit back and you just look at everybody doing their thing, you always gonna feel that type of way. It's always a city for doers. It's not a city for talkers. It's a city for doers. Trust me, the ones who talk, bro, they be the same ones that be out here quick to just imitate the first person that they see, drop everything because this is the newest fad, the hustle that's out here. They always going from one thing to the next. They can't settle down. The city is not a city for people who just want to follow each other and just imitate people. If you want to imitate, I don't think Atlanta's really for you. Even though I do see a lot of people in Atlanta imitating people. Oh no. Just imitating them.
My brand has a really dope t-shirt that says every ATLian is a star, and we stand by that.
Excuse me. Where you from? New York? You're the most beautiful car I ever seen. You do modeling or something? Why not? Man, you deserve better. You need a nigga to trick on you?
No, accident before you fall. I see shit on the floor.
You from here? You live here?
Ooh, Atlanta got some beautiful cops, bro. I've seen it. It's some nice, beautiful cops in Atlanta. Nice. And I wonder, I'd be like, girl, why do y'all out here in these streets? Standing here in these uniforms with your nails done, your hair done, your everything done. Why? Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful women. Beautiful women who decided to put their lives in danger, in harm's way, to protect citizens like me, to protect citizens like you, your body, to protect you. Yeah. They look sexy and they'll pull out a gun and bust a cap in you in a minute. You know? Sit down and taser you. You'd be like, all you can say is, girl, taser me. Oh, no. That's it. That's it. And you need to be careful. They'll switch up on you. They'll switch up on you in a minute. What? What you say? You know I'm a police officer. Get your hands up against the wall. I'm going to use that bat on you that you be using. Only Atlanta, bro. Only Atlanta.
You said you're right. Nah, cause the cops out. I ain't from there. I'm from Miami. The cops out there, they work like where they want to live at. So, but you look very beautiful, by the way. What's up? Officer Concordia? No, don't talk to my. Yeah, that's my little shit. Listen to me.
Little bird burful. What's up with y'all guys? Why y'all can't pronounce your words? I get it. I be talking fast sometimes too. I talk fast sometimes. Like, I'm trying to get rid of that. I'm not gonna keep flexing that. But I'm talking fast sometimes too. I get it. But why? Like, come on. First of all, if you want a girl, you gotta ask her for it. You got, hey, police officer, my name is David San Juan. What is your number? No, stop it.
Don't talk to my little shit, bro. No. She cool. She gonna tase your ass, nigga.
Only in Atlanta. Only in Atlanta. This is the type of stuff you deal with when you live in Atlanta. Man, I hate every time I see that on social media. Now, of course, Atlanta has its moments, but what major city don't? Besides that, man, Atlanta is still pretty lit. It's still one of them cities where you can get a one-of-a-kind experience. If you're somewhere where you're not really having a pleasurable moment, you're probably surrounded by them only in Atlanta people, because those type of people, they look for reasons to complain. And I ain't even born and raised in Atlanta. I moved here, but I respect the city that has given me so many experiences and showed me so much love. So next time you're in Atlanta, just remember, the vibes are all around you. You just attract what you are.
Ooh, homie, right. He right about that. You just attract what you are, what you vibing with. This city is the most beautiful city, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's not too many places you can actually get the beach in Georgia, Savannah, get on the Atlantic. You can get wine country in Dahlonega. We go up to wine country a lot because they got all the different wine vineyards. We've been hiking up there. Go up there in the morning. I mean, it's so peaceful on a Saturday, Sunday morning. Dahlonega wine country, Kaya Vineyards. I'm a member. I don't drink wine, but damn, I'm a member. Oh no, well, my wife drinks it. But at the end of man, they got that. Then you talk about, you got hills and rock hills that if you go to some of these mountains and you look down and you look around, don't go up to the mountain, look down. When you're driving, the scenery is awesome. Not too many places you get all these different types of climate. And that's why I say, people, I rock with Georgia, okay? I rock with Georgia. All my kids are Georgia kids. I've been here 26 years. I rock with it because of that. Like, that's dope. I remember when I lived on the south side, when I first moved here, and people were talking about, yeah, you need to go to Kennesaw Mountain. I was like, where the hell is a Kennesaw? That shit is like 45 minutes, an hour up. But that tell you how big and vast it is. You got a whole world going on the south side. You have no idea what the north side is. They said go to the north side. I said, the north side? What the hell is the north side? That was a long time ago, y'all. Okay, shoot. But, yo, y'all be hating on Atlanta, man. I love Atlanta for that. You're not going to get that too many places. And I done lived at the beach, man. Trust me. I know.
What I hate about Atlanta is that everybody feel like they somebody. And that's cool. That's fine to have confidence or whatever the case may be. But come on now. Stop with the antiques. Stop acting like you better than somebody else. Because you got a little bit more following or whatever y'all consider yourself nowadays to be, like little celebrities. Like, pipe down.
Ooh. Say that again 10 more times. Pipe down. Pipe down. Yeah, what's the deal? Why the hell do I always feel like I'm standing next to the next celebrity for Marvel superheroes at the Atlanta? Just because y'all been in a couple movies, or you've been an extra in a movie, or you know a friend that's been an extra in a movie, or they shot a movie at the end of your street, that don't mean you a celebrity, okay? Oh, no. And I'm saying it to y'all face because some of y'all get so bourgeoisie and you ain't even finished college, okay? Oh, that's another one. Oh, no. Just chill down. See, nobody like being around cocky people. Nobody like it. And you think that you got it made because the people you standing next to may just drive a Mitsubishi, and you think you got it, but at the end of the day, oh no, bro, you really don't. You really don't. And that's the problem I think Atlanta has, which I love the city, don't get it twisted, but you do get a bunch of people trying to imitate other people in the culture, okay? They just imitate the same people in the culture. They don't question if this makes sense or not. They don't sit back and ask questions like, tell me a little bit about this. They just follow the crowd. And if you get into following the crowd in Atlanta, you're going to get lost in the sauce, man. I'm telling you, because you got a bunch of people that really don't know who they are.
Because, baby, followers don't equal dollars. So, yeah.
I just drove through Atlanta. I'm pretty certain everybody in that city has a fucking Hellcat engine in their car. My little Nissan Sentra could not keep up, bitch. Y'all have Hellcat engines in your fucking Nissans and your Toyotas, whatever the fuck. I don't know how y'all doing it, but y'all are doing it. Slow down.
And doing donuts on Memorial Drive right in the middle of the street. Calm down.
Slow down. It's not that serious. I promise you it ain't that serious, but I was so scared, man. I got to get the fuck out y'all's way, man. I was that person in the left lane that y'all was beeping y'all's horn at because I was all up in your way. My fault, gang. I wasn't, my bad, bro. My bad, big bro. I wasn't familiar, man. Y'all got to slow down. Okay, goddamn, bro. Everybody in the fucking city is flying down the road. Lord Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Test complete.
Yeah. Hey. Okay.
Woo. Fellas, come here. This is real stuff from Atlanta. The women are like this. Real talk. If you looking, it's some really fly dime nice pieces out here. And I'm not even talking about pieces that are hood rat, rich, Roland Martin level type of acquaintances. No. Good women. I'm telling you.
3, 3, 2, 1. Test complete.
Yeah. Hey. Okay.
Woo. And it ain't AI.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a real place at all. It's truly probably the most magical city. I mean, fight me on this, in the world. Just the way that people have come together. As long as your content and your character and your integrity are right, you're always welcome. And the beauty of Atlanta, unlike the major cities like LA, Chicago, New York, whatever, there's always gatekeepers. Atlanta, you're 1 degree of separation from the person you're trying to get at. And that's just like, I don't really see that anywhere else. So
to me, that should be the motivation. That's why I say you just get out there and just do your thing. Don't wait for people to accept you. Don't let them see you. Just go do your thing. Do your thing and make your bread. You will find yourself in certain rooms that you didn't think you would be in. But you're minding your business and you making your money and you building your business, you building it break. You don't need people to build. You need to just do to build, period. And I know people keep saying, why are you saying that? I'm saying it because I've built in Atlanta. I've built a brokerage in Atlanta. I built an investment team in Atlanta. You don't need that. You just need to do what you do. And it's funny, when I do what I did and I just continue doing it, somebody said, hey, you need to go talk to him, and people will come and talk to me. So that's why I say, yeah, you can be out there trying to chase people down and get put on, but it's different when you put yourself on.
I like,
or when you let God put you on. However you
stay curious. I like to be around people that are inspired. I like to be around people that are inspiring.
I think one of the main reasons why I can't get with Atlanta, and mind you, I love Atlanta. I love the black excellence that comes from there. I love the real estate. I love that it's always something going on. But the people always throw me. They take thinking they are a celebrity or superior to they just come up here. Mind you, real celebrities don't act like the way they act, if you get what I'm trying to say. And also, too, let me just say, I know I'm somebody. I feel like I'm somebody. But I also will have a conversation with anybody.
One thing that really changed my mindset and my understanding around money was moving from the South to the North at a very young age. So I moved from Georgia to Boston, and the two cultures were very different in a lot of ways, but especially how they handled money. I was from Atlanta. Money was very showy. Money was very flashy. If somebody was rich, they're going to have the car to show it. They're going to have the house to show it. They're going to have the apparel even to show that off. When I went to Boston, it wasn't the case. Money wasn't showy. Money was just a thing that people had, and therefore it wasn't necessarily something that people flaunted in the same way. People might have designer on, but it would be a scarf you wouldn't even know it was designer because it was just part of their lifestyle. And this also made me look at name brands I'd been around in Atlanta very differently because, like I said, it was always showy. Even if it wasn't functional, somebody could be out in a puffer coat that was freaking designer just because they wanted to show off. Whereas in Boston, we were all in designer puffer coats because it was needed for the environment we were in. And so I got this perspective and I started to see money as a tool. Money management, money making, all these things are skills. They have to be learned. And also once they're learned, you get more opportunities to make more money doing less labor.
And that's the key. You get more opportunities to make more money. You got to learn the skill of it. That's what it comes down to. Real estate, I tell people, real estate, you can't go to InvestFest and learn real estate just because somebody's on the podium talking. What they're doing right there is a presentation, my nigga. Okay? They're presenting to you what they are capable of doing if you went ahead and bought their product, service, or their coaching. They're trying to enlighten you, piquing your interest for you to pursue and follow them online. This is how it's done. You don't need to do all of that. You don't need to do all of that. And Atlanta, I think, taught me so much when it came to how money moves. And when I stopped being like concerned with what other people were doing and how they were doing it and what was their new go-to-market thing, whether it was for real estate, whether it was for content, whether it was whatever it is, because your boy done did a bunch of stuff, then flip property, all that stuff. When you go through all of that, you start getting a level of peace and surety about yourself when you stop paying attention to what people doing, bro. And that's the reason why I put the Wealthy Guys Patreon together, because I want you guys to stop paying attention to what everybody's doing and just go do what God put on your heart to do. You know, just do that. You gotta draw back from these guys, man, because this thing right now is kind of designed to make a lot of people so afraid that they stick their head in the ground. Yeah. I didn't even go to this InvestFest thing this weekend. So if you don't know, InvestFest is done by Earn Your Leisure. I think it's Earn Your Leisure. And I don't have anything negative against Earn Your Leisure. Some people Earn Your Leisure. Some people get on here and they bash those guys. I don't get it because I understand how marketing is done. And I truly understand that a lot of my culture doesn't understand that they're being marketed to. They don't. They kind of look for these people to be their trusted source without taking the time to do their own due diligence. Because there are people that will give you free information, better information, and they don't even look like you. That's crazy. Some of my best patrons, right? My best people that I worked with in the real estate space didn't look like me. And when you can get your mind past that, you run into a whole bunch of stuff. But I kind of feel like InvestFest kind of puts you into this marketing bubble where you just got to buy. But, you know, to each their own. I'm not going to bash those guys, man. I mean, they got to do what they got to do. I expect people to get to a point where they're responsible with their own money, man. And I can say it 5 or 6 different ways. But, you know, people are still going to always find somebody to blame. The reason why they didn't make as much as they were supposed to make or they thought they should make on a real estate deal. Oh, no. They're always going to have somebody to blame. Oh, the market's dropping and it's falling. While people are eating your lunch literally at the same time. Like they're literally eating your lunch. And you're stuck on social. You need to find a tribe. You need to find a tribe that talks about the things you want to talk about. They don't juice you for money. They supply you with the support, with the camaraderie, advice in the areas of your life you struggle with. I tell people you can't do real estate if your mind ain't right, bro. You just end up being either somebody who made a bunch of money and you're by yourself, and I dealt with those grumpy old men before. Some of them listen to my content. I know. because they talk to me funny when I call them. They be like, why the hell you talking about me? Because you're a grumpy old man. Oh, no. That's it. They say it to my face. I don't give two fucks. But you know what? I just want people to get out of that thing of depending on people to teach them some stuff. Well, people will show you, but you learn through executing, falling, failing, getting back up, failing, getting back up, and then bang. You know how many times I failed before I did my first wholesale deal? And then I did my first, my second, my third, my fourth. And people was like, you shouldn't have your real estate license. And I still kept my license. I did all the shit that people say you shouldn't do, actually. But I was always curious about it, man. And you got to have a level of curiosity. That's what you got to do. But you don't let these guys confuse you. Some of the best wealth transfer, it hasn't even happened yet. When I'm looking at the numbers for real estate, it hasn't. So that's why they got to beat you, bring you down to InvestFest and got to get you in their groups. But find a good team, man. Find a good tribe.
Grifters, scammers, and bad BBLs. I heard it all about InvestFest, and I'm here to tell you it's absolutely true. However, I did enjoy my limited time that I was there. Some panels were valuable and others were an absolute snooze fest. My favorite was the panel on real estate house hacking. Unfortunately, the realtor that specialized in multifamily homes kept getting trashed on by the other panelists, and he kept screaming at the audience to educate yourselves. Honestly, I was so annoyed. I wanted to get up and walk out.
See, he was trying to say what I'm saying to you. You got to educate yourself. You don't go to these things to be educated. You go to these things for a powwow meeting, like a hoopah. You don't even go to network. You really don't. Trust me, if you meeting people that are in the same case as you, that's not networking. Networking is bringing something valuable to the table and they have something valuable and you guys exchange. That's networking.
However, the lady was sweet though. I actually did get to meet her. Then went to the vendor marketplace. It was massive. They had something for everyone there. Everyone was also trying to sell you something, so just be aware of that. Will I go to InvestFest next year? Probably not. Was it cool to experience one time? Yeah.
That place looked empty. I would have figured it would have been all crowded with a bunch more people. It should have been like Dragon Con or Comic Con when they have it down there. It's so crowded walking down Peachtree Street, you holding up your camera because all these weird ass motherfuckers. Stop. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. All these weird people with all these costumes are walking by you in downtown Atlanta during that Comic Con. And you see it. It's different. Like, to me, it feels very bare. It didn't feel like anything was going on.
Just like everything is in life.
Or the fact that EYL need to get celebrities on the panels every year to get you on the track of financial literacy, that's scary. And it's not a knock against them because I love what they did. Me personally, I love what they did. And they even said it. They even said it themselves. They're like, yo, you know, a lot of black people, you know, we kind of do that so it could be digestible, so a lot of black people can learn that way, which is cool. But it's like, if you need to learn about financial literacy and like you trying to change your financial situation and build wealth, if they have to entertain you, that means you're not ready for it. You're not really about their life. See, it's this thing with like selling to black people or trying to get black people to learn. It's this thing where everybody feel like they gotta dumb down everything and make it entertaining and make it hit and shit like that. But it's like I said, if they gotta do that, you're not ready for it because it comes from what you do every day. And like, yeah,
I gotta do that with you guys. Sometimes I gotta make these lives, these videos that I do, be so entertaining because for whatever reason, some people just can't sit back, listen, and learn. They can't do it. I put my whole training on content creation, reaction commentary, how I did it in 60 days, how I still get a check every week, every month from YouTube, how I run multiple channels. I just give it and just sit down because I got to put it in that Patreon because you guys, and it shouldn't be like that. And I don't like to bash people, but I do understand this one principle. As somebody that loves learning, and I'm a Renaissance person. I have a very broad scope of conversation. I limit it to these reaction videos because a lot of people can't take the scope of my conversation. And I talk loud because I got to keep your entertainment. I got to keep you entertained. And really, I do talk like this a lot of times.
Oh, no.
I am yelling around the house. The kids are like, what the hell, Dad?
Oh, no.
So it's just my outside voice inside. But real talk. And we shouldn't have to do that, bro. We shouldn't have to. Education in things like this should entertain you, but it should entertain you mentally. It shouldn't have to entertain you emotionally to transition you to a point of mental comprehension and retention of the information that's given to you. It shouldn't have to. And if it has to do that, that's why, man, I can take this to a couple different places, because I believe that's why pastors shout at you at church. They have to entertain you to keep your mind interlocked in the message. And for that reason, you just take stuff sometimes they tell you, nobody questions it. It's some type of debilitating thing there in our culture. And I don't know what it is, but I do know when you get a hold of this thing being holistic, like you got to build your identity up. When it comes to learning and when it comes to growing in these spaces and developing skills, they become easier. Okay, because you're doing it from a place of self-confidence. You're confident. You're not confident in so much in you, in the information, but you're confident enough to sit down and you know that somebody's going to give you the information. You're going to learn it and retain it, and you're going to be able to execute upon it. Bro, that's a different level.
Lifestyle, your spending habits, your work ethic, and just like the time and effort that you put towards something.
So this is Atlanta for you. So I'm on my way to the gym. A brother gonna stop me with gold grills all in his mouth like, hey, what's your name? And you know, that question always got me stuck. Like, really, my dude? Really? You know you don't care about my name. But I said it anyway. But just a tip, if you are approaching a woman, you come and introduce yourself. And then shawty is just gonna be led to say her name after that.
Hi, Peaches. My name, Leon. What's up, Miss Parker? How you doing, Miss Parker? Look, shorty, see, we got some beautiful women in Atlanta. I told you, bro. Like, how you doing, Miss Parker? Yo, bro, she told you that. We do that in sales. It's like we just leave people to just give us information. Hey, the warranty that we got right there is 3 years. Is it just like yours? You're like, 3 years? Yeah, no, mine's 2.5.
Okay, but I digress. So the next question, he gonna say, so you smoke? Not that's your next question. Trying to test and see if I'm a fiend. I said, no, sir. Even though I do get chiefy, but that's none of your business. He like, so what you do for fun then if you don't smoke? I said, sir, I like to read. Tell me what.
Like to read your lips?
He skirted off.
Man, gentrification in Atlanta is crazy. You got shit like this, and you got shit like this. Shit crazy.
Watch this clip. Watch what this guy does. Here's a nurse. Look how he's standing. You're gonna learn. The guy's
a male nurse.
Yeah, just watch him. Just watch him. He try. Look what he does. Boom. He comes in trying to attack him. Okay.
done.
Look what he does now, and look how he.
Oh, stop that. Stop that. I'm notorious for this. Boom. Your first time watching my videos? Too bad. Suck it up, Charlie. Oh, check this out. Check it out. This is Atlanta.
Like this. Shit crazy.
Watch this clip. Watch what
You see that? You see how big that building is? You see how that look? And then you have a nice little small ass building right next to it. Bro, get yourself some land right now, bro. Whatever you can do, get yourself some land. And I can't stress it. Whatever metropolitan you in, whatever city or state you in, get yourself some damn land. It's going to be cheaper to build than to buy pretty soon. And land is going to be valuable. I'm telling you.
Vacation in Atlanta is crazy. You got shit like this, and you got shit like this.
Ooh.
Shit crazy.
Watch this clip. Watch what this guy does. Here's a nurse. Look how he's standing. You're gonna learn. The guy's
a male nurse.
Yeah, just watch him. Just watch him. He try. Look what he does. Boom. He comes in trying to attack him. Okay. Look what he does now, and look how he ends it.
Choke him out.
Okay. Look how he ends it.
No. Look at how he took him over, and look out how he pressed down on his left leg right there. I'm going jiu-jitsu class, guys. Come on. This is jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt taekwondo, karate. You know I'm going to practice jiu-jitsu. He put that left knee on top of him, mounted him, forced down the pressure on his arm. Look at that. Look at that.
not hurting the guy.
Look,
he's not even hitting him. Like, he's not trying to
rotated
use his
behind, took
power
his back.
to destroy the guy. All he does is he got him. He gets him down.
He's done.
Okay?
Night.
But watch
That
this.
guy's insane.
He calls the cops
Look at that.
to come
You
with
see
their
that leg?
handcuffs. He
You see
knows
how
he
that-
has him in control right now.
You see how he used that leg to wrap around there? That's it. Me and my son always, we on the mat always going at it like this. This is it.
The guy's got the phone trying to record. Look at this.
Look at that.
He's done.
Put the phone down, homie.
Now the guy comes in. He's not even trying to choke him.
No.
He's just got
Good
him
for
under
him.
control.
Good for him.
Cops come. They get him, and look how he gets up, as if he does this 5 times a day. Look how he comes in.
Homie probably does it 5 times a day when he not at work. He probably goes to jujitsu, and you could tell. But you see that leg right there? You see where that officer is right there, and that leg is, and he got that wrapped in. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Cops get him. Boom, and look how he gets up.
I'm going
All
back
right,
to my
guys.
shit.
Let me get back to my shit. Okay.
Look at my coffee.
Regular day.
That's a gangster right there.
I went to InvestFest this year, and it's probably the last time I'll ever go to InvestFest or anything remotely close. I think it's morphed into something that is outside of the element of financial literacy, and it just feel like salesy and everybody trying to get you to sign up. That's just my opinion of InvestFest. Definitely a lot of distractions. Everything is a big distraction there. It's definitely downsized compared to last year. I could tell a lot of people didn't get the value from it and didn't want to return. As somebody who just getting a general admission ticket, I don't think it's a lot of value in that $250 spent. That's just my opinion. So
Some of y'all paid $250. When I was looking at tickets, I told my wife, I said, I think I was ready to spend about 75, probably 50. I would have probably spent 100. But I don't get it. Like, to me, I felt like when I looked at the highlights, I just felt like they brought in talent to entertain me more than anything else. So I'm going to see T.I. perform in Atlanta, and not really to, it didn't have any type of investment underlying. It was just like entertain them type of deal.
again, I would never go back. I don't feel like the ticket is worth it. I don't feel like InvestFest is worth it. However, I do love Earn Your Leisure and their platform. I just think InvestFest is something of the past, and they need to narrow it down, or kind of give it up.
I keep seeing these posts about InvestFest, and I have thoughts. The one time that I attended InvestFest, I didn't see any investors there.
Give me your thoughts, baby girl. Give me your thoughts.
I didn't see any VCs. I didn't see any venture funds. I didn't see any PE firms. I didn't see any banks. I think maybe Fidelity was there.
I think the biggest problem with InvestFest isn't the event itself, is that they blur the lines between experts, influencers, and grifters. Hear me out. When you put them all on the same stage, the audience assumes that they are equally credible. And that's honestly where I believe that the issues begin. So before anyone gets all in their, feelings about this or gets upset, let me be very clear. Two things can be true at once. InvestFest has absolutely changed lives for the better, might I add. They've introduced thousands of people to entrepreneurship, investing, wealth building. They've also given a platform to legitimate experts with education, credentials, and real-world experience to back up what they teach. However, they've also repeatedly platformed people who have later been accused of fraud, deceptive business practices, or simply weren't qualified to be teaching in the first place. And that's not a small issue.
But really, is that their fault? And this is where I'm in the middle right there. Is that their fault that you introduced them to someone that later on brought about a scheme or some type of scam? Or is that, tell me what you think. I'm curious. Because if you hold them responsible and liable for that, then shit. And they started doing stuff like that. It seemed like even with crypto, oh, you referred it to me, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to hold you responsible. Come on, man. You got to take personal responsibility. I don't know. I guess now I'm at a place whenever I see these guys online, I get online and I start Googling them to see what other content is out there about them, what they say. And I'll listen to their content and that'll tell me if it's worth it or not. Like him 500, hell no, I wouldn't have did that shit. That I knew that was stupid. But I can't expect people, I don't expect, and I'm kind of generous with this because I don't expect people who haven't been exposed to real estate at the level I have been around investors 20 years doing that full time, not even part time, most of that time. Full time. Shit. That means if I don't kill, I don't eat. So I don't expect people who just, oh, I want to do this to kind of know that. I get that. But there is a principle when it comes to scouting out this shit. Y'all got to listen to people's content now. That's the new thing in 2026. Not just 2026, like, period. Because we have this shift in media, because these ad dollars are draining a lot of these people, they got to take that stuff over to the content wheel. So I want to see what they're saying and doing in that content. And from the content, you can make a decision if you want to do business with them. Like, I know some of y'all won't do business with me. Y'all won't join because y'all don't like the content. It's okay.
The people that are attending InvestFest are often looking for a way out. They're looking for financial freedom. They're looking for someone that they can trust. So when Earn Your Leisure has built this platform with credibility with its audience, that credibility gets transferred to the people they choose to put on stage. And the average attendee isn't thinking, let me independently vet every speaker, especially when they're paying the price that they are. They're thinking, if they're here, Earn Your Leisure must have already done that. And so that's why I believe that the responsibility is greater, not just for Earn Your Leisure, but for every platform. And trust me, I know no one gets it 100% right. But when you are consistently mixing respected experts with social media influencers and people whose business practices are being questioned, it becomes difficult for the audience to tell the difference.
Grifters. Yeah, I agree with her on that, because some people don't really get it. They think because somebody talks about a topic that they're an expert on it. You really, really, I'm going to tell you the science, and I'm going to just be 100 with you. They want you to turn around and talk about the topic, talk about it. And the more you talk about it, eventually people will come to you for it. Then that they say you're an expert in it. You see what I mean? So it's not the type of thing where they just are, you've gone to school. See, I went to sales school to get my sales license. Then I went for my broker's license, which is a completely different license. Then from there, I got an insurance license also, just to understand like certain things you can do with insurances and home, like life. How can you tie those things together? Final expense, they would call it, right? And then CE course after CE course, then investment course after investment course. They don't. I would get up there and start talking, and people say, "Oh." But I've done more deals than half of the people on those panels, and I've raised more capital for those deals. And I can tell you that it's nasty. Like I know real estate, and God just kept me, because I didn't know how nasty real estate can be. People will lie, steal, rob you for $1. They will chip the shit out of you. Oh no. Then they'll show up the next day like, yeah. This is very different here. It's very different in Atlanta, man. And I'm sure wherever you're at, if you're dealing, it might be different in your city because it's local. It's really local. Some markets are better. Some places I'd rather do business in. You know, some places are more safe. I don't have to walk around and go check out houses in Pittsburgh and have my 9 on me. Have my 9 on me, my knife on me, and my taser right there. Because you never know what's going to happen, bro. Oh, man, shoot. Boy! Nigga hitting a home run today. My son ain't cut the grass, bro. My son did not cut the grass. And I said I was going to pay you $50. My wife said, I'm going to give you $50. You cut the grass, front and back. I just took down a tree right in the front of the house. I don't like them damn trees, bro. I don't care what y'all say. That's the thing about Georgia also, these damn trees. I love the greenery, but I hate the trees that fall on houses. So I cut all my damn trees down. So I'm like, you just got grass. You don't even got you don't got sticks to pick up. That is the thing about it. If you do not stay on these young men, they will grow up to be, they would just think you can just do anything. Because back in the day, I would dare to do that shit. I would my mom would be like, go cut the grass. I'm like, all right. And we had this little patch. I think the grass patch was like right here to like right here. It was like the size, that was like the whole patch. You lay that shit down flat, left to right. Yeah, that's my Philadelphia patch for my house. That was the house growing up in Philly. Y'all had that patch. We ain't even have a lawnmower. I had a weed whacker. Cut that shit. I made it look all nice too. Shit. I had to do good, boy. And you try to teach kids that now? I'm like, man, get your ass back out there. Get back into that sun and work like a runaway slave. Oh no. Work. Boy. What's going on? Man, why do you think black people experience this level of poverty? Look, y'all like, damn, this nigga was talking about runaway slave. All of a sudden, he talking about black people experiencing poverty. Why? Why do you think? I'm gonna give you my opinion, but listen to her. I want you tell me what you think. Tell me if they knocking it out the ballpark. Tell me.
Black women is the reason why the black community stay in poverty. I guess I ruffled some feathers with that topic, didn't I? But it's true. I know a lot of people don't want to admit it, but it's true. It is. They was like, it's the man's fault. How is it his fault? It is his fault because he don't take care of them. But, some of them. But it's also our fault because we have the choice who we allow inside of our bodies unless they take advantage, right? But most of the time they don't. We allow it, okay? So once we get pregnant, we used to have the choice to either keep the baby or send it back to God and name it heaven, right? Okay, cool. So if we decide to keep the child, knowing that mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, we cannot take care of that child, we are then putting ourselves back in poverty. So if the government did not help us the way that they did, could you be able to afford 7 children?
Hell no. I can't even afford to let this video go without even commenting on how greasy she looked. I just can't. Oh my gosh, Lord, come on. Give me a round of applause, my nigga. I picked the best clips, homie. Give me a round of applause, homie. She greasy. Boy, with the cross. And she got a ring. So he better not come and find me. Cause boy, I'd say, don't jump in my inbox. Cause I'm gonna say no. But yo, black women, the cause of poverty? That's a fact. Some of y'all be letting these guys bust it wide open. All of y'all do it. And I be trying to figure out why. And I do know it's because y'all got an identity issue. Y'all really got an identity issue. And they bust it wide open. They get you pregnant. And you just keep letting them hit. Bang, 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 bang. What's the deal? That can really, yeah, I know.
No. No. Do you have the car to fit 7 children? No. Do you have the house so each child could either have their room or share a room? Most likely, no. So, with that being said, if we could not do it on our own without the sole help of the government, you cannot afford the child. Us black women continue to do that because we know we got support from the government.
She's right, you know.
And that is the truth. That is just the truth. A lot of people say, well, the daddy, we got to blame it on the men too. Oh no, they're a part of it as well. Absolutely. But we were talking about women in the black community. We weren't talking about men in the black community because that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. Like, that is why the black community is going down. We was talking about how black women keep us in poverty. My opinion is the black man, we ain't gonna never get out of it because of them. But that's, like I said, that's another topic.
Hold on. You know, I'm not gonna hate on her. I keep telling y'all, that's why I put the Wealthy Guys Patreon together. That's why I'm gonna share all I know. Confidence because you know who you are. All of it comes down to identity. That's it. Women drop. I'm telling you, a confident man will make a woman crawl. She'll crawl on her knees just to, that might not go in the video real well. We might have to clip this out. I don't know. I might leave it. We'll let you know. But at the end, that's true. A man who radiates confidence, not just confident, like, we're not talking about this mean stuff, bro. We talking about like love. Like, they can see it in you. You know, they can see it in you. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all just don't. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it because you don't got any faith. You ain't never had any faith. You never believed in anything. You never grind. You grind and you think just because you work, that means that you believe. It's Negroes that go to work stacking packages every day. Everybody stacking the packages don't believe. Come on, bro. I'm done with it because I'm gonna repeat the same thing over and over again. Look at me, I'm spazzing out. Let's get through this video.
So yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. Yes, it's true. Okay? Got a hell of a lot of kids. I'm homeless. And I'm broke.
I'm watching those glasses, bro. This is the first time I watched those glasses straight up. And I know why. It's because it's so easy. That's why dudes be laying this down. They lay it down like the reason she got kids is because it's so easy. It's easy in and it's easy out. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure she's probably a nice girl, but it's easy in and it's easy out, bro. I used to lay those things down like easy in and easy out. They just want to feel. I just want to feel loved. That's it. And then you just slide up in there. Let me help you feel love, baby. Let me help you feel loved, girl. And that's it. They good. We know. I'm telling you like I'm telling you. That's how you get it. They know it too. They know it.
Kailani. Oh, and we are currently homeless. Working through it and we're getting through it, but I've been feeling like super sick and I have all the symptoms, but I don't think it's possible, but it could be possible. So come with me to take a pregnancy test.
I don't care what nobody say. I really feel like, thinking about the psychology of things, I really feel like black men are addicted to struggle and poverty. I really feel like that. Because why is it that you got to get the bottom of the barrel when it comes to interacting with them? You got to get the bottom of the barrel, or you have to struggle in order to prove your worth with them. They are so far from the abundance and prosperity consciousness. It's fucking insane. They feel like, of course, because they mama struggle, you have to struggle, and you have to go through these hoops and loops and shit like you at a fucking circus to prove your worth. And it does not have to be that way.
She 100% right. It's hard for people to actually believe that, and that's why they stay in struggle. That's why. Because if I tell you that you don't have to struggle, you're going to say, what are you talking about? My light bill due, my gas bill is due, my water bill's due, I got rent I got to pay, my car is behind, I got insurances on this, we got to put food in the house. And you like, what do you mean I ain't got to struggle? And that's the bad part. The conditioning, hip hop, the conditioning, hood mentality, gangster mentality, hustle culture. I can get it real fast. I don't got to work for it. I ain't got to build no skill. What do you mean a skill? Leon, get the hell off of here. What do you mean a damn skill? A skill. What the hell is a skill anyway? That is the conditioning mentally. And then when I come in and say, hey man, you're a wealthy guy, y'all like, what the hell are you talking about? This dude trying to start a cult. I say, you're a wealthy god. Like, what do you mean? You are a little god. You have the wealth of the world in you, and the world, like, you have it in you. It is not something you earned. It was given to you willingly and freely if you believe and accept it. God gave it to you through the blood of Jesus Christ. And bro, you just need to just rock it. That's it. See, people are going to criticize that statement. And I'm all prepared, ready for you to do it. It's all good. Because I'm going to let my people go. I'm going to tell y'all the truth, honestly. I'm going to tell you why. Because you're still caught up in all this other religious crap and all this other stuff that's out here. You just need confidence in yourself, true confidence to bring yourself out. That's it. Because you've already been brought out. Oh, it's too deep for them. It's too deep for them, Willie. It's too deep for them. They not ready. Let's go back.
It does not. And they wonder why nobody want to fucking date y'all. It's just Like, I'm not the type of person to feel sorry for myself, but I'm just, every time I look at my son, I just cry because it's just no way. There's no way I put us in this position. Like,
The reason why people in the black community can never build financial wealth is because their parents are mad because their parents never invested in them. Therefore, they're not going to invest in their kids. Their kids grow up, parents make them pay rent in their own house. Then the kids eventually leave. Parents don't have no assets or money saved up for the kids' future. Parents might be well off in their life, but they don't contribute anything to their kids. So the kids start from scratch. They have kids. They don't do nothing for their kids because they're bitter because their parents do shit for them. And then the cycle just repeats and repeats. And like, you know, white people are over here and they have like assets for their kids so that for every coming and new generation, the wealth just builds upon itself. The black community is so fucking selfish. It's like crab bucket mentality for their own fucking family. Nobody wants anybody to do better than them. Nobody wants anybody to make it out. It's very scarcity mindset, and that's what's holding us back.
My man nailed it. And it is it is a scarcity mindset. It's the belief that you won't make it. Why the hell should I give anything? I'm not gonna make it. Why the hell you gonna make it? Nah, that ain't fair. We ain't make it out. You can't make it out. Nah. I ain't sharing with you nothing. I remember I used to share with people a lot of stuff about real estate because I just like to learn. And I will learn and put money on the table that's mine, anybody else's, if you give me the opportunity. And people will just look one ear, one ear out. I'm not trying to flex on you. I'm trying to give you keys to like the little things that I do that make me feel, move the way I move. And that's the sad part. We do have a scarcity mindset. And it's not to hit black people, is because I love my people, bro. I love it. But we're just such a blessed, unique type of color, content, ethnical people with rhythm. But unfortunately, it's some things we don't quite understand, and we're led easily. White people have those same issues. Don't get it twisted. They got those same issues. I would tell you how many white guys I've sat in front of, and they got millions to leave with to their family. Millions. And it's like, damn, I don't want to leave them this shit. One of them told me, this dude, and this one got bread. He done built a bunch of places in Atlanta, but bunch of subdivisions. He's like, I can't leave that to her, Leon. Like, I just can't see me leaving her that multi-million-dollar house. And I'm like, damn, leave that shit to me. Nah, let me help you transact that joker. But they have their own set of issues also with that, because they don't have enough confidence that the people they're going to leave it to are going to do the right thing with it. Now we come over here and we don't have that too. See, I love having my kids stay with me. I love having them. I don't mind. I told my daughters, I said, stay as long as you need to stay, because I want to see that Negro come up to the house. Oh, Mr. Duncan, can I see her? Can we talk? Nigga, sit down. Let me go get their uncle. Me and my brother and my son. My son bigger than me. My son, I'm like 5'9", 5'9" and a half. I don't know where the hell. I told my wife, I know he's mine. Oh, no. That nigga's mine. Oh, no. He built like a linebacker. That's what I be thinking about when I sleep at night. Linebacker mentality. He's mine. No. I would probably be considered the runt out of my family. I'm the smallest one. Everybody else is bigger. So I got where he got the genes. It went through him. She got her father. He giant. He big. Tall. Not skinny. So it's just like there. So I'm going to bring him with me because he like two of me. And we're going to have a talk. We're going to talk. You came to see my daughter? See, this is what's needed. This is the type of thing that's needed in the culture, bro. Honestly. Like, we need to look at these dudes that come to our doors to date our daughters. We need to look them in the eye. They need to know that you're going to take them out. You better bring them back. They belong to me. They don't belong to you. See, but we so self-absorbed with trying to be the next hottest shit out here on the block. I'm like, I don't care about being famous, man. I don't. I don't. At one time in my life, I thought it was like the shit. Then I realized, why the hell do I want to do that? Now I talk too damn much and I say everything that I learn and I share it freely and give it to people. Hell, I know people will come and watch me burn, but why the hell do you want to be famous? Hell no. And they get obsessed with some of this stuff. You gotta force them to come to the door right. You gotta force them. If that ain't your daughter and you know a single mom, go be an unk. Hey, don't say I said that. Don't say I said that. Don't use it as an opportunity to get in a room. Now, oh no. Let me get back to these videos.
We been in America for 500 years, 400 plus years, and we're at the bottom of every social group. We've got people coming here and finding opportunity and rising to the top of the ladder. Why can't we?
Yeah, it's like when Killer Mike is like, well, and the Asians, like, oh, we don't want to fuck with y'all anymore, which is just, I just hate, it just sounds so dumb. But it's like, okay, so you don't want to fuck with y'all white people. You don't want to fuck with y'all Asians, Hispanics. At a certain point, you go, maybe the problem is me. Maybe the problem, like, in other words, if I can't get along with any, including other impoverished groups, especially people, for crying out loud, you think that Hispanic Americans, they were riding a donkey chasing a stink bug with a stick in Juarez to try and feed their family. You think they don't know what the lived experiences of Black Americans, like this whole idea that no one, and I get it, of course, everyone has unique hurdles to overcome and disadvantages. Yes, but the thing to me that I keep coming back to is this doesn't exist in a vacuum. Things were better in the 90s, in the early aughts, where we didn't really think about it. And they'll just say, well, that's just because you were white. I'm like, I guarantee you, if you ask my Black friends, they would say the same thing. We watched the same shows. We listened to most of the same music. We played the same video games. We hung out. We might make a few jokes about black, white, shit like that, but like, that's it.
And that's crazy. I just seen some kids now. They be talking about, I seen like 2 black kids, 3 white kids in the room, and they talking about color. They're like, yeah, okay, black guy. They're like, okay, white guy. I'm like, what the hell? Y'all talk like this? The kids don't care. It's the adults that make and form this framework. When you sit back and listen to them, they admire in some cases each other's color or diversity, but it seems like you go through and it just changes. The mentality, the struggle mentality, it's there, nigga. I'm telling you, it's there. It's there. It's there. It's there. And it's there because you don't know your identity. That's it. Plain and simple. You think it's black, you think it's white. We think it's all black and we tie it to all being black. This is just a shell in a grave. Nobody cares the heck what you look like. Nobody even remembers what you look like. You got to get acquainted with the true you, and you got to be confident with the fact that you're just uniquely who you are, uniquely made how you're made. And damn, like at the end of the day, nigga, you hot and you just the way you are. If you can do that and not be concerned with what everybody else has to say, it's like almost like light starts to come in. Because I'm more confident to think about and approach the things that I wasn't. Because I know that somewhere, you know, shoot, the life of God is in me and I'm on that God class level. And I'm going to walk into these situations. They're going to change. They may not look like this, but it's going to change as we go. And see, that little bit of faith or that little bit of belief, like confidence right there does a different thing. You walk different. The girls love you. You a nigga. My wife had got a lot to put up with me. She got a lot to put up with me when it comes to it. Man, shoot. Hey, I'm out, bro. I hit that 120, hour and a half deal. I said I was about to hit that time frame, so I'm gonna do that. Hey, God, link to the Patreons below. Let's have those conversations. Let's get built up, man. Let's get with the tribe. Get with the tribe called Quest. I see you guys on the next vibe. Peace.